Everyone, welcome to my kitchen. This is Chef Lexi. Step into my kitchen. This morning I am cooking. I'm cooking two different things at the same time. I love to do that. So I'm doing macaroni and cheese, and I'm going to add some shrimp in there. I never done this before, but this would be very interesting for me. So I got an idea that I wanted to put some shrimp into it because I normally do shrimp pasta. Shrimp pasta is to die for. So loving in my home. So I'm doing mac and cheese with some shrimp into it, and this is the one. This is the box. So this is one box. I use two. I already put it in there, so I'm just letting it go ahead and do what it do. So this is the macaroni I use. I always write expiration date so I don't have to search for it on the box. Once I see it once, I write it in the front. All right. Also, I'm doing corned beef and cabbage. So this is my cabbage here. Instead of me shred it up like I normally do, shredded. This time I cut them in this size because I wanted to steam it down into the pot with the corned beef. Let it sim a little bit, not too mushy, not too tough. I'm doing it that way. I never really done it this way, so that idea came to me to do it like that. These are all my veggies. So basically this is scallion. Gotta have my scallion when I'm doing corned beef and cabbage. I have to have all of these here because this is what brings the flavor out into my pot. So I have the scallion. I have some thyme in the bag because I couldn't get the fresh thyme, so I have some thyme, dry thyme in a bag in my cabinet. And I have, this is a green bell pepper, the red one, the yellow one, and that's the orange one. I already have some onions cut up. Those are the purple onions. I have them in a dish in the fridge, which I'm going to take them out pretty soon. So this is my corned beef that I'm going to use in a can. Couldn't find a Grace Jamaican kind, but I guess they're the same. But this is Libby's. So I'm using two of these, and pretty much these are the cheese that came out of the box. So I don't technically use these cheese to make my macaroni and cheese. I just do the other kind of cheese. My seasons as usual. I use simple seasoning. I don't over season my shit with different kind of stuffs. I love this. It's complete season, the magic to my pot. And my black pepper, which I'm gonna get some more. And my Larry's seasoned salt. Can't really add too much of this here because usually all of these already have salt in there. So me personally, I just tip like a teaspoon of this. Or just sprinkle. I normally sprinkle it, and that's it. So usually I don't measure out my stuff because my internal clock in my mind know exactly how much to measure out. But usually when I'm doing my pot, you're gonna see I just sprinkled it, normally like a teaspoon of these seasoning into the pot. You don't want to overdo it and you don't want to underdo it. So yep. My shrimp is already in the fridge. I already washed it with vinegar and lime, so I just have it sitting in the fridge. So that's my noodles. I'm letting them get boiled up some. They are so small. I was thinking maybe should I use three box. So I use 2 box. That'll be okay. I don't want to cook too much of that. Alright, so this is my shrimp here. I took it out of the fridge. I already put some of that on there already. My TV going off in the background, never mind that. So this is the black pepper. I'm just sprinkling it. Maybe just like a little teaspoon of it. A dash of that. And a little dash of the Creole. That's it. So now, pretty much you just stir it because that's what I'm gonna do. the seasoning incorporating inside. Let it balanced out. TV too loud in the background. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pretty much braise them on both sides. You know, saute them on both sides. Then I'll put it in the pan with the noodles, and you know. So over here, I'm getting my roux going. I already poured my heavy whipping cream. I'm using this kind of heavy whipping cream, and I'm using the Philadelphia cream cheese, and that's half of it I'm using. So I'm just waiting on that to get boiled up so I can go ahead and put my my cheese into it, and a little dash of the seasoning that I use to season this up with. So this is the shrimp. You just gently put them down in there and just let them braise. They don't take that long. Yeah, just like that. Get them sectioned down. There we go. Don't want to overload the pot. You want them to get a good sear on both sides. So that's the leftover. So I'm going to go ahead and finish fry these up. Alright, so here we go, I already take the first set of the shrimp out already, and I put it in here. This is the pan with the noodle. You know, everything gonna be incorporated all together. You will see once I'm done. This is just the prep stage. So that's how them shrimp looking. They're looking so good. Just want to get them a nice golden brown on each side, because I'm going to set it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Let it all cook in together with the noodles and stuff before I put my final touch with the cheese. That's my roux. Stir this in. Just stir it in gently, gently. Come on. Alright. So let's go on my way in. So creamy. This is how I do my mac and cheese. It ain't done yet. Everybody cook mac and cheese differently, but me, I'm doing my shrimp. Me, I like to be creative when it comes to food. So now I'm just gonna let it sit in the oven for about 30 minutes before I put the rest of the cheese in and let it do the final touch. This is very important. You gotta have this key on the corned beef. Anytime you're gonna buy corned beef, whether it's this kind or the grace kind, make sure it has a key to open it, because this is how it opens, unless you use a can opener, do it from the top. So I'm gonna bust these big boys open while my oil is getting ready. top it off with a little black pepper. This cheese is so cheesy already. It smells so good. This is how I love it, to be so cheesy. I can't wait to try it, especially with the shrimp in there. This is very different. My kids gonna be surprised because they don't know I'm cooking it like this. They thought it was like my usual shrimp pasta. Alright, so my oven is set for 500 bar because I wanted to get that golden crisp on the top. So I'm gonna put more cheese, which is the cheddar cheese I'm using. Get another packet. Yep, sharp cheddar. So now I'm gonna sprinkle it all over the top, covering it nice and easily with the cheese. I guarantee you this will last and this will probably last until Saturday. Yeah, until Saturday. Pretty much. Mac and cheese like this in my home don't stay for long. Alright. So I got it nice and cheesy. You can see it nice and cheesy. So I'm just gonna set it in the oven now and let it go ahead and do what it do. Corned beef looking good, baby, looking good with all them colorful veggies. I'm gonna put my cabbage in it now. So what I did differently for my cabbage, I had to like pre-steamed it first because the corned beef, I don't want nothing to mess with it. It looked too good. So I don't want my cabbage to, you know, the corned beef is already cooked before the cabbage. So I pre-cooked these just now. So all I'm doing is just put them in here nicely, gently, and let it go ahead and finish steam. Oh, this thing broke off. This looked like a garden. When I say a healthy garden, this is how we Jamaican cook our corned beef and cabbage. I cook mine differently. Everyone has a way how to cook their corned beef and cabbage. I do mine this way or other ways, you know. Always been creative. Now I'm going to gently stir the corned beef on top. How it looking. I'm gonna let it steam. I'm gonna let it simmer down. I don't want to stir too much of the corned beef. You can already see it's about ready. I just want the cabbage to just steam for maybe another 5 to 7 minutes and I'll be done. My food will be done. So I did a little rice. That's my rice. I did a little white rice. Normally I just wash it like 4 times. Put some butter, some salt, and that's it. The butter makes it fluffy. To me personally, I always put butter into my rice because it makes it so fluffy. That's the secret to my rice. That's the secret to my rice. The Jamaican way, how I cooked it, how I see my mom, my father cooked it. So to me, it tastes better. Well, dinner is almost ready. Ooh, look you now. Look you now. That's the mac and cheese with the shrimp in there. You can already see my shrimp pumping up. Mm-hmm. This is so good. This looks so delicious. Oh, you can already see the steam still bubbling off of it. I can't wait to dive into this mac and cheese later on for dinner. Ooh. Just gonna show y'all how it look. Just gonna show y'all how it looks. See that shrimp? Ooh. Yes, Lord. It smells so good, so healthy. That's what I'm about to eat.